That's life. It's a long season, and if anything, if it makes some people who are talking about us, we're going to win the league, we've got the best squad in the league, it's ridiculous stuff, because when you talk about best squads, you have to look at the teams that have won it in the last 2, 3, 4 years. Their squads are full of strikers and wingers that score 30, 40 goals a season, midfield players that have won multiple league titles all over the place, experienced people that have won it, people that won Champions Leagues, and we have some, but we also have young players, and as a squad we're not there. If you ask me in 2 or 3 years if I'm still here and we have a couple of leagues in our pocket, or then and are you title contenders, I'll say yes, but at the moment people want to look at our squad and talk about it. It's very quick that it's gone from, I spoke after I think West Brom and Southampton, we were nowhere near good enough, rubbish, useless. Now last week we've got the best squad in the league and we're going to win it. We're probably somewhere in the middle. That's the reality of it, and we have to work through that. And we'll have to work through nights like tonight, because coming to here on this place on a night like tonight where you can see they're up for a result, to make it really difficult for us, it's a big test for us, and we didn't pass the test. We will in future.
The new players you've brought in have been a bit surprised by the intensity of the Premier League. We saw last night with Burnley that any team can beat anybody else. Has that surprised them, do you think?
Well, I think some of the new lads have been quoted as saying that. We've got the most physical and fastest league in the world. We feel that here, and I think it's pretty clear to see. So, when I talk about players needing adaptation, and we've seen great players need time in this league to kick in, especially when they're young, because they come to this league fresh, then it's very normal if they do feel like that.
And how much time do you think it will? I mean, it's a difficult question. Probably it will take to get the best out of this group, and you keep saying it's a work in progress. But I mean, how long do you think it is until you?
Well, what marker are you putting on that?
Well, this season, will you need another next season until we see the best?
Well, I'm not going to sit and talk about next season. It will be a nonsense. Any manager in a job in the Premier League wouldn't talk about the next season, because you can only worry about what's in front of you.
But I mean, will it take that long to get the full potential out of the new players to settle into the Premier League? And see
again, I'll ask you the same thing. What's the marker on that? What are you talking about to get someone playing, like Eden Hazard did in the prime of his career here? What are you asking for?
Yeah, well, this season, when are we going to see the best of the new players? I suppose the question.
That's what we're working to, yeah.
Liam, through me.
He disappointed a team like Chelsea after the good job had done in Derby County, so it's because they deserve it. But we depend on the results. not the way we played, not about philosophy or these kind of things or the projects. So you have to get results. If not, you will be replaced for another manager. Every manager, need time to do what you believe, or feel the players that it doesn't matter what happened, we believe in this, we go through in this idea, and that is an exceptional happen in few places in all around the world, because all the boards and the owners and the CEOs and the sport directors want results immediately, and quick, and win the Premier League in November better than January, and January better than May. But this is impossible; it doesn't happen.
Well, clearly, I'm really sad for Frank and his staff. I know how much the club means to him, Rob, and everything that he's given the club, and obviously looking at the squad and looking at everything else around it and how young they are and the adaptation for players coming in. I said it last week. It's just a team and a squad that needs time. Unfortunately, he hasn't been given that time. So no, I really feel for him. A guy who done great at Derby. You know, he had the courage to step out of an amazing career as a player, and could have taken an easier route, but it's gone straight into coaching and managing, and done a great job at Derby. Took a job he couldn't really turn down, even though he had not a lot of experience, but felt he could have done a really good job there, and he did do that last season. And obviously, okay, results maybe haven't quite been what they would have wanted and what he would have wanted, because he's a winner himself. But like I say, I feel it's a job that needed time, and unfortunately and sadly for him, that he hasn't got that time.
I don't think at this moment Frank wants to speak with me or with anybody, a part of his close circle of, let's say, family and big friends. But of course, I'm always sad when a colleague loses his job, and of course, Frank is not just a colleague; he's an important person in my career. So of course, I feel sorry with it. But like one of your colleagues was saying to me, is the brutality of football, especially the brutality of modern football. So when you become a manager, it's something that you have to know that sooner or later is going to happen with you.
So here you have to win. When the people talk about projects and ideas, don't exist. Is you have to win. If not, you will be sacked. Respect the decision from Chelsea, of course, but a huge hug from Frank, and hopefully I can see him soon. When the lockdown will be over, I can go to the restaurant to see him again.